Bengaluru, wherein heavy rains have, of course, battered the city, leading to collapse of a wall near the stick building that resulted in damaging several four-wheelers parked on the road. And incessant rains battered Bengaluru this on Wednesday, with downpours resulting in waterlogging in several parts of the city.
So the IMD has already issued a yellow alert in the city as far as Bengaluru residents are concerned. They have been continuing to bear the brunt of severe waterlogging as water is yet to recede from the roads and the bylanes after the recent downpour. And many parts of the state are witnessing flood-like situation due to heavy rains itself. Now recently the Karnataka Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai had also ordered the officials to visit the flood-hit areas and carry out road work properly. He also ordered stringent action against any staff who is caught doing negligence during the relief work. So pictures of multiple locations, they're coming in from Bengaluru itself, where Karnataka once again, as far as the residents of Bengaluru are concerned, they have been now facing the problems that are caused because of heavy rain.
ನಮ್ಮ ಈಸ್ಟ್ ಝೋನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ತೊಂದರೆ ಉಂಟಾಗಿದೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಮಳೆ ಬಿದ್ದಿದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಬೊಮ್ಮನಹಳ್ಳಿ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ HAL ಲೇಔಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿದೆ ಮತ್ತು ಶಿವಾಜಿನಗರ ಆ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಈಸ್ಟ್ ಝೋನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ JC ಇತ್ಯಾದಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಏನೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಲೀಫ್ ಕೆಲಸನೂ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ. ಆ ಪಂಪಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
Well, this was a reaction which came in from BBMP Commissioner's side, who said that due to heavy rains there were problems in most areas, but areas like Bomanahalli, HSR and Shivajinagar were most affected, and the officials are doing everything in order to help people.
All right, Mr. Mohandas Pai is with us this morning. Sir, once again we are getting those pictures of flood-like situation and waterlogging, severe waterlogging that has been reported in Bengaluru.
Yes, it is very sad. The problem is continuing. I think we need a comprehensive plan to make sure this happens. It is just sheer lethargy, lack of ability and lack of people, BBMP. You know, I'll tell you an interesting insight. It's not a lack of technology or understanding. It's just a lack of willingness to do it. In the 1920s, I think there was a huge flood in Hyderabad. The Nizam called Mokshakundam Vishwesharaya, Dr. Vishwesharaya, had come and do a hydrological survey. And it designed a system whereby there have been no floods for 100 years. So this is a solvable problem. They have to apply the mind and hopefully they'll do it. Right now it's a mess.
Right, but also just last month only we witnessed similar scenes in the city of Bengaluru, and this also calls for a complete revamp and of course for BBMP to come forward and sort this issue for once and all.
No, they can't sort it. They have no capability. They don't have the people. They don't have the will. They got the money. The Chief Minister has given the money. It's a broken organization. That is the problem. It's a broken organization. See, after last month's severe flooding, there was some activity for a few days, then it all fizzled down. It all fizzled down. Many other people went to different courts like the local and got a stay. And the stay is continuing. Then nobody bothers. That's the problem. It's a broken organization. It is incapable of managing Bangalore, and they're going to see repeat problems unless there's fundamental reforms. It's a continuing symptom of the disease that has affected BBMP.
But Mr. Pai, heavy rain cannot be itself that can be, blamed in a way, saying that this has been the wettest month for the state of Karnataka altogether. But when it comes to the work being done on ground, sir, what do you have to say on that?
You see, let me tell you, the work is shoddy. There is deep corruption in that place. It has to be reformed, and we have been requesting government to do it. The government has promised. You see, if there is very, very heavy rain, there will be some localized flooding, but it will go away in half an hour, 1 hour. Because huge amount of water cannot go away at the same time, even if you build whatever drainage. But this continues for a long period of time, and that's the problem. And then there must be an emergency response team that will be ready and watching the weather to make sure they are ready to rescue people, etc. All that thing is lacking. Management is lacking. We have to improve the management.
But as far as the lack of management is concerned, this often results that the administration has to perhaps compromise with the quality, and because of which we are currently witnessing such scenarios in the city of Bengaluru. So as you pointed out the loopholes, what do you think is the solution right now?
See, the solution is fundamental reforms. Bangalore is too big to be run by one corporation. We need 5 corporations. We need more people to be hired there. We need better quality people. We need stricter monitoring, stricter management. We need more citizen interaction. There's supposed to be ward committee. They're all defunct. So it has become, BBMP has become an organization of some people, for some people, and by some people. It's not for the people at large. It's been captured by vested interest. So it has to be reformed. That is the biggest challenge. This will continue.
But Mr. Pai, look at the image that goes out. I mean,
Yes.
especially when it, we
Yes.
talk about the Silicon Valley and the city. There are majorly startups there,
Yes.
and the picture that comes out of rainwater that takes a long time to recede, and we
Yes.
had to see the measures that the people had to take even to reach their respective offices.
Yes, I know many of my friends were stuck. I get it on messages. They've been stuck. You see, we have appealed to the Chief Minister multiple times. He has promised to help. He has released money. We appealed even to the Prime Minister because it reflects the image of New India. Bangalore is a symbol of the New India. And if Bangalore is managed so badly, the New India image is hurt. We appeal to the Prime Minister. Let us see. I mean, look, we have to live in hope. We have no other choice. We have to continue, holding the government responsible. Hopefully something will happen.
Well, of
What
course,
else
the
can we do?
people of Bengaluru are currently living on that hope only. Well, thank you, sir, for speaking to Times Now. Coming to you, Deepak, can you first of all take us through the current scenes that you are witnessing live there? And of course, we know that the city is battered after heavy rains.
Well, in certain areas there is, waterlogging still that's being reported. But however, because there has been respite from the rain for several hours, right now most of the water has receded. So we'll really have to see, especially in areas that that have seen waterlogging, how efficient the BBMP and the other department officials like the fire department, or if the SDRF is required, how efficiently they'll function. But as of now, the reports coming in from the city are primarily about flooding in last night towards early parts of the day. But as of now, most areas are witnessing water receding because there is heavy sunshine, and it is of course quite a dramatic change in weather that often we see in Bengaluru. But with desilting of drains that has been going on, also there is of course an encroachment drive, especially around the stormwater drains, the clearing of encroachments that's consistently being done. This has definitely helped the purpose.
No, but has there been change from the last month's flooding scenes that was witnessed for 3 continuous days, Deepak, on ground? Has there been any change?
Yes, especially on the outer ring road stretch, the waterlogging that has been reported this time around is much lesser. At this point in time, the BBMP officials, of course, are trying to do an assessment of the overall condition in most of these stretches and they give a complete report as to where the most waterlogging is. So we're waiting for that report, which will give us an analysis as to how the flooding took place. And more importantly, in Bengaluru, it rains particularly in different pockets. So it really depends on which area receives more amount of rainfall. Last time around, the area of Mahadevapura received one of the most amount of rainfall in the city, and that's where we saw flooding. And this time, like the BBMP commissioner was saying, it was areas like Bomnalli, HSR layout, Shivajinagar, which has got more amount of rainfall.
Right. We also heard that reaction which just came in from BBMP's commissioner's side. Deepak, stay with us. I'll come back to you. Let me also go across to Soya Jakshi, who is joining us live from the areas which are currently battered post heavy rains. Soya Jakshi, if you can first of all take us through the live visuals from the ground.
So, well, absolutely. IMD has given yellow alert for the next 3 days here in the city of Bengaluru and other parts of Karnataka. Right now we are standing here at Rest House Road, whereas you can see some kind of small amount of waterlogging. There was more in the early in the morning, but now the water is slowly flowing and it's just getting cleared. Bescom also plays an important role in this because of these kind of electric wires which is being disconnected, and that may also cause a lot of problems to the citizens over here, and major flood affected areas here in the city of Bengaluru as well as Mantri Mall, Oakleepuram, BTM layout, Shivajinagar. These are the major areas and many more other areas have been flooded, and BBMP is also taking serious precautions for this to remove all the waterlogging here in the city.
Right, because for now, I mean, Toya, if we look at the current situation, it is much better than last evening that has been witnessed. But there has been a high alert that has also been issued as far as the city is concerned, because the pictures that we are playing of yesterday's rains, Toya, there are pictures that have been of the low-lying areas that have been affected. There is waterlogging that can be seen. There is water also flowing in open manholes. There have been flooded basements and parkings as well. And of course, the wall damage that has caused damage to several of those cars as well near Majestic. That is also something that the pictures we are telling our viewers what has been portrayed in the latest spell of rain.
Well, yes, in BTM layout yesterday evening it rained almost 7 hours continuously, and whereas in BTM layout and Shivajinagar the bikes and cars were completely being submerged and they were completely washing away with the rain. And in many apartments also the basements have completely filled with water, and a lot of people they've lost their valuable things such as costly cars and bikes and now the BBMP is also going to each location and they're trying to remove all this waterlogging as soon as possible.
All right, Toya, stay with us. Let me also rope in Deepak on that. Deepak, now as far as the current situation is concerned, BBMP has to say that officials are on the ground and they are perhaps helping people in such a situation. But as we just mentioned that it was only last month when Bengaluru witnessed such a similar situation when rains battered the city. So how the situation on the ground has improved, or has it not?
Well, there has been a considerable improvement, especially because the rains that were witnessed came last night. And more important, it depends on which area, of course, gets the more amount of rainfall. Last time around, it was around the Mahadevapura zone, and it was consistently for about 3 days that the rain lashed that particular area, and we saw massive flooding. Now, there are certain pockets which have been affected this time around as well. But there has been an ongoing process of desilting, like I mentioned, clearing of encroachments of the drain, which has particularly helped. And that's the reason, the situation, due to various factors, is for Bengalurans, and, they will be, of course, glad that they are able to commute smoothly in the city, getting back to their offices and the schools.
No, absolutely there, because Toya, what is being said that schools have also been asked to remain shut and people are being advised to work from home because the Bengalurians there, they have been also taking to social media to share pictures of the areas that have been badly affected and advising people to stay back at home.
Well, previous rainfall which happened last month, that rainfall was very heavy and it was very unpredictable, whereas now this rainfall we are expecting that we will not have that kind of rules and regulations, whereas schools will be shut, the people will be doing work from home. We still don't know because it actually started raining yesterday heavily, and since the IMD has predicted rainfall for the next 3 days, we have to see how the situation is going to get worse here in city.
Right. And also, Deepak, last month only, when the situation got worsened, the High Court also, stepped in and issued some of the directions. All right, I'll come back to you, Deepak. Let me also bring in Brinda Dige, who is joining us on the phone line. Thank you for speaking to Times Now. And as far as Bengaluru is concerned, these are the similar images and visuals which we are tracking, which we also saw perhaps last month as well. What are your views on this?
As long as duty bearers get away with it, the contractors get away with it, we the citizens are going to continue to suffer all of this. We may call it apathy, but I would like to call it impunity, because the duty bearers know, BBMP and all its duty bearers know that no penal action is going to be taken on anybody. There will be a scapegoat that they will find and register a case. And that too, it will be a departmental inquiry. For 2 years, we've not had BBMP elections, which means there is no elected representative to monitor or look into what must be done and what has not yet been done. There is all of you know, there is a 40% fever culture in our state. And once the 40% is taken away, what are they going to do with 60%? They are going to do patchwork. And this band-aid patchwork is what we citizens are suffering today. There is neither application of mind, nor is there any ethical functioning. What is happening is duty bearers, public servants are behaving like landlords and zamindars feudal nature where they know that no citizen is going to file a case on these people. Every time the cases come up, even on your channel, there is nobody who's held responsible for it. No accountability.
That's the point. That's the point there, because these pictures have been annually been witnessed, and of course, as we continue to raise the point, Brinda, especially when it comes to the citizens who have been affected, because they are the ones who have to go through and manage when it comes to even the modes of transportation we have seen. There have been innovative ways, different ways that are being used, but this is not the image which is going right of the IT capital. Thank you very much, Brinda, for joining us. We are also requesting our callers, especially from Bengaluru, to do call us in and to share your experiences with us and our viewers as well. Mansi, I believe you are with us. Good morning, Mansi.
Yes.
How is the situation as of now looking?
Yes, in my area situation is okay. But madam, one thing I want to tell you, the raining is everywhere. Everywhere you can see in Pune also. So much raining. Every time we are targeting only Bangalore. Why like that?
No
I know that there is worse.
No.
Yes.
Mansi, don't get us wrong, because these pictures are there. Nobody is targeting.
Yes, sir,
So, yes.
Yes,
So,
pictures.
can it be denied?
Other part.
No, can it be denied?
Pictures are also there in other parts also.
We have shown other parts as well, Mansi.
No, you are showing.
Yes. Pictures that are coming in from Bengaluru as well, because this is the citizens there who have been affected, and it is the citizens themselves who are sharing such pictures because they have been the worst affected.
Well, let us also open another caller, Srinivas, who is joining the phone line. Srinivas, how the situation is looking like, if you can take us through your current experience.
हेलो मैडम, नमस्ते
जी।
ये जो है बेंगलुरु का ये जो स्थिति है, बैड लीडरशिप, जहां तक मेरी अंदाज है। हेलो,
हाँ जी, हम सुन सकते हैं आपको।
Srinivas ji, you are audible, sir. Please go on.
या मैं हिंदी में बोलूं?
बिल्कुल सर।
हाँ, ये जो है, इसका आज का जो बेंगलुरु का स्थिति है, ये आज का नहीं है, ये टोटल लीडरशिप का है, whether it is BJP or Congress, whatever it is. So just before going to Guddali Puja, all the budget they make them गुड़म, मतलब वो सब कुछ एडजस्ट होने के बाद में वो गुदली पूजा कर देते हैं because of this happening today. So I request our PM, please look after this.
जी, क्योंकि अभी बताया जा रहा है कि चीफ मिनिस्टर himself has given strict instructions that work needs to be done on the ground there, but remains to be seen how much work has actually been done since the last deluge that was witnessed by the Bengalurans. Thank you very much, Mr. Srinivas. We have another caller as well, Mr. O.P. Swaminathan, sir. Good morning. What do you have to say?
Yeah, see, good morning. You see, this is not only up to, I am calling from Bangalore. This is not specific to Bangalore. You see, flooding happened in Delhi, Chennai, Kolkata, Bangalore, all the city, Bombay. This is all due to poor infrastructure and overcrowding of these big cities. It is high time that a satellite city is developed outside Bangalore. Unless that is done, there will be overcrowding of Bangalore, and this chaos will continue for all time to come. Thank you.
Right. Mr. Swaminathan, sir, thank you very much for joining in. So, multiple pictures that are coming in. It is the Bengaluru citizens themselves who have been sharing these pictures that even since the last month deluge that was witnessed, the situation today is no better. Streets that have been flooded, residents that have been hit, wall has collapsed due to rains, and of course that has also significantly caused damage to public and private property.
Well, we're also being joined by another caller, Tapan. Tapan, thank you for speaking to Times Now. What views do you have to share with us?
Madam, good morning to you and your viewers. Hello, are you able to hear me?
Yes. If you can turn down the volume behind your TV screen, sir, you will be much more better audible to us.
Yes, I am Tapan from Bangalore, madam. I am living in the city last 26 years. I observe one thing, that it is from the beginning. It is not for one day, one government is responsible, all the leadership, all the government. And I am a sales and marketing guy. I travel length and breadth of South India, specifically for Bangalore. Let me tell you one thing. It is basically all omission and commission. In front of me, yesterday I saw the policeman when I went to the vegetable market. One vegetable vendor come out, police van came, he take the bribes. This is the reality of that picture, what we are seeing. Each and every year we have to pay the bribes. each and every year without and they target only the common people.
No, but
only
what about as
people.
far as, being affected because of the rains? Of course, yes.
Let me tell you one thing. It is all affected. You know what when previous caller told. It is basically from all the government. It is previous government, present government. All are accountable because encroachment or the patches work. All these omission and commission. That's all. Even a ruling party or opposition party, they get commission.
Well, accountability is something that you are seeking for, because at the end of the day, it is the citizens who have been badly affected. The pictures that are coming in, Tapan, thank you very much for joining us here on the broadcast. These are the citizens who have been sharing pictures of how there is water flowing on the roads, where roads have now turned into rivers, and the ways that they have been facing, the problems they have been facing even when it comes to reaching back to their residences late at night, because there has been strict advisories that has been issued on part of the IMD as well, that there will be a rain alert for the coming 2 to 3 days. We'll be back after a short break.